Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning routine. It's Thursday morning, May the 10th, 2018, episode number 344, and it is another gorgeous, beautiful morning outside my window. The sun is shining. There's no fog on the water, but there are geese swimming around. Supposedly a heavy thunderstorm going to blow through today, which will hopefully knock down all the stuff in the air that's causing allergy havoc across northeast Pennsylvania. But it is absolutely beautiful out there, and it's a great start to a new day this Thursday. So hope you all are doing fantastic. I hope your Wednesday was a great day, everything that you wanted it to be, you know? I mean, I don't know how high you had your hopes set on your Wednesday. Like, were you thinking your Wednesday was going to be way up here? Did you think it was here? Whatever it was, I hope it met your expectations. So I had a great day, got some work done, of course. And then, of course, got to go and hang out with some students last night on the Wednesday night, which is always a good time. And tonight will be the second time that I will attend my weekly church service on a Thursday night. As I had told you last week, our church is doing an experiment on having a Thursday night service to see if it helps with schedule since weekends get so busy for all kinds of life things. And tonight will be the second of the 2 months worth of experiments. So I'm actually excited about that. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing great. Hope the day is, you're off and running for a good day here. Interesting fact, guys. Did you know that goats have rectangular pupils? Yes. Isn't that weird? Like their pupil is rectangular. Like how does that even make sense? I have no idea. But I'm sure you could Google that and look that up. So, man, my nose is so stuffy right now. But I refuse to admit that I have allergies. Everybody else in my house has them, but I'm the one person that does not have them. So we're all good. Don't worry. But thanks for being here this morning on the morning routine, whether you're on Facebook Live or you're on YouTube or any of the podcast platforms. I appreciate each and every one of you. And, of course, I have some stories lined up for you because I care. Yes. Today, we have some stories lined up here. The first story that I have for you is out of And Now You Know, which happens to be a produce publication, and it has to do with Target stores. Target has announced plans to expand a forward-thinking customer service initiative. All right. So what do you think a customer forward-thinking customer service initiative is? What do you're thinking? Target is doing something that's forward-thinking customer service initiative. What do you think that's going to be? Well, piloted at 18 stores across 5 states, and now they're bringing it to more than 100 sites across 20 states. The company is partnering with Tesla, ChargePoint, and Electrify America to introduce electric vehicle charging stations to more than 600 parking spaces. So this is their forward-thinking customer service platform, is to bring you more charging stations for your electrical cars. This will be reducing its carbon footprint while courting eco-conscious consumers. Now, I don't see how this is reducing Target's carbon footprint because it's our cars that are making the carbon that come to their stores, not them. So I don't see how they can claim that they have changed the planet by doing that, but it is interesting. So I would have preferred a future-minded customer service initiative like a cart that just follows me. I don't have to like push it and pull it and wonder where it is. It just follows wherever I want to go. Maybe on the top is a little lid where you can put, ladies could put their purse in it, close the lid, and it latches. It maybe has a little combo lock, so when they're shopping, they don't have to wonder if their purse okay. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, right off the cuff. Not like I planned this ahead. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you. You know, so I don't know, but that's my idea. So, but anyways, you can be excited about this. They're bringing a more convenient shopping experience to guests as they look to design lower carbon solutions. More than 1 million electric cars are projected to be sold by 2020. They'll be able to drive up, plug in, and shop while their car is charging. Target is working in a number of ways to offset its carbon footprint, working to add rooftop solar panels to 500 stores as well by 2020, pursuing a 100% renewable overall goal. Target, way to go. Stay classy, as they say. So, but very good. All right, next story that I have for you. This one is just awesome. I would have been part of this. This happened, today's the 10th. This happened less than a week ago. I would have so have been part of this. Will you be able to park in those spaces without an electric car? Yeah. Good luck, Kevin. There's no chance they'll pull up with an electric tow truck and yank your car out of that spot quicker than you can say, what the heck happened? So, yeah, no chance of that. Which is funny, because anybody who, if you're not pregnant or handicapped or a policeman or have a baby on board or have an electric car, you're basically parking about 3 counties over away from the store and walking the rest of the way. So there's spots for everything. You know, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have them. I'm just pointing out the humor in it. That's all. So, but anyways, this next story is awesome, man. This is really cool. Listen to this, guys. This is out of Bourne, Texas. I think that's how they Bernie, Texas is how they say it. Not Jason Bourne. It's even though it's spelled that way, it's actually said Bernie. In Bernie, Texas, they had a marathon on May 5th that I would have participated in. Yes, it's the race that was created for people like me. So many people registered for this very short road race near San Antonio that no other underachievers are allowed to enroll. Now you say, why? How could they be an underachiever if they're enrolling in a marathon? Well, it's because it's the first Bernie 1/2 K marathon. Yes, 1/2 of 1 kilometer. My kind of race right there. The city permit won't allow more than 100 fellow underachievers on the 546-yard course, so they had to cap it off. The race entry costs $25. The event is raising funds for Blessings in a Backpack, which leads me to say we should do something like this right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, which provides foods at the weekend for underprivileged children. There's also a VIP option, and this option I like even more. For big shots not wishing to expend the energy to run the 1/2 K, I'm not a big shot, but the running part is the part I don't like. A 1963 Volkswagen bus will transport them the length of the course for an extra $25. So you can be a participant in the Bourne 1/2 K for $25 if you want to run it, for $50 if you want to ride it. This is my kind of party, man. This is great, you know? Anyways, a couple of brew pubs are sponsoring the event, and participants will also get free beer at the start and finish lines, which would make that 1/2 K probably a little bit more comedic. So very, very cool. It sounds like an easy thing to put together for a great fundraiser. I think we should kick one of these things off, call it the Scranton 1/2 K. I love it, right? Scranton 1/2 K, what was it, 546 yards. 546 yards pretty much fits anywhere. So you could have this race pretty much in my backyard if we wanted to. That's amazing. So, but anyways, last story. If they have electric cars, they must be health conscious. So the spaces should be far more exercise. Rosemarie, that's brilliant. You're absolutely right. That's right. If you go to Target with an electric car, you must be more health conscious. So yes, they should walk from the back of the lot. You know, Rosemarie, you should be on the planning committee for every city across the country. I love it. Awesome. Next story and the last story that I have. Sorry for my sniffling. You know, I don't have allergies. It's just, I like to sniffle, I think. Now, anyways, this one comes out of Barna, which I shared these Barna polls once in a while. 3 reasons to have hope about global poverty. Out of Barna. This is pretty cool. In recent decades, there's been a widely acknowledged global trend of less and less extreme poverty, which is fantastic. According to World Bank standards, 1.1 billion people have been lifted out of extreme poverty since 1990. Kudos to everybody who has given over the past and made their presence known and helped out in person or with their checkbooks to make that happen. 1.1 billion people lifted out of extreme poverty in the last 30 years. That is really cool. Faith and poverty activism, though, go hand in hand. Christians, especially practicing ones, are consistently generous not only with their money, but with their hours. For instance, weekly volunteering is reported by 1 in 3 practicing Christians. 33% are weekly volunteering, compared to 27% of non-practicing Christians. 24% have volunteered specifically to combat global poverty, as opposed to 1 in 10% of non-practicing Christians. Concerning those in need in their own community, practicing Christians also have report bringing food to a family in need. 75% of practicing Christians have said they've brought a meal to a family in need. Isn't that awesome? Directly donating goods to the financially poor, 72% say that. On and on. This, I got to tell you guys, if you want to see something that's just so encouraging, go to the morningroutine.live website today. Go to today and look at this article with all the stats and numbers that they have on here. And I got to tell you, this feeds into the article we shared last week that the article was like the 5 reasons that you should go to church or whatever, even if you don't believe in God. Listen, it's kind of funny that if you're a Christian in certain situations, you would be ridiculed. In your work, they may like, ha, ha, ha. Or if you're a student, they'd be like, whatever it might be, that, or sarcastic comments, whatever. But meanwhile, everybody agrees. The polls show it. The studies show it. People agree when they're polled out there, like we shared in that article last week, that Christians make the world a better place. Everybody agrees on this. So why then would they even tease? It's kind of funny because they're making, even if you don't believe in God to go to church, the people who do are making your town better, and you acknowledge that. So you should be clapping every time a Christian walks in the room and thanking them. So there's my, that was exciting. Boy, whoo! But anyways, there's some really great numbers on here that you should check out because it's very encouraging to see the difference that Christ followers are making in the world today, in your neighborhoods and all across the world. So very cool article. Once again, themorningroutine.live, you can go check out all those stats. So let's move forward, guys, to Google Trends, the top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. Number 1, Celtics, as in the basketball team. 2, the Rockets, as in the basketball team. 3, Tiara Mari. What? Tiara Mary. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know. So, number 4, Gina Haspel. I know how to say that one. Number 5, Barcelona versus Villarreal. That's soccer. Number 6, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is ranking. Number 7, Seville versus Real Madrid. That's also soccer. Number 8, Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe. Where did he come from on a Google trend, man? That's like out of nowhere. Number 9, Hawaii volcano eruption 2018. Number 10, Matt Harvey, the baseball player. That's the top 10 most searched things yesterday on Google. On we go to some trending news. Let's see what's worthy here. Top of the list. Listen to this, guys. This comes straight out of California. Straight out of Compton, as they say. Every new house in California will now have to have solar panels. It's a law. Every new house has to have solar panels. Drew Bledsoe was at the Celtics game. That's probably is that the only way that he can get into Google Trends is by being at somebody else's event now? Boy, man, that guy was like an unbelievable player back in the day, right? So that just shows you. If you got a job, don't ever call in sick because somebody's waiting to take your spot. Just ask Drew Bledsoe. He's familiar. So Tom Brady got a good spot when he was sick. So anyways, every house, new house, has to have solar panels in California. So next, let's see. Celtics advanced to Eastern Conference Finals, beating the 76ers last night. CDC, the romaine lettuce E. coli outbreak continues to spread. Make sure you're watching that. You can Google that up on the CDC and see what labels to stay away from and things like that. Doesn't say to stop eating romaine. Just watch which ones you're carrying because there's the certain ones are suspect. So let's see here. Donald Trump. Trump signs executive order to expand employment opportunities for military spouses. Okay. I wonder what that means. How do you expand employment opportunities for military spouses? Unemployment right now is at 3.9%. I'm pretty sure that employment opportunities are expanded for everybody in our country right now. I mean, there is nobody right now that can't walk out and get a job tomorrow. It might not, I was talking about this with a friend last night. It might not be the job you want, might not be the pay you want, but you could have a job by the end of this day if you absolutely wanted one. Because everybody is hiring. There's a shortage of labor. Like, you can get a job right now. It's a piece of cake, man. Just get it, So I don't know if you wanted one. But anyways, let's see here. John McCain urges Senate to reject Gina Haspel. Kilauea volcano continues to erupt in Kilauea. North Korea. Trump greets trio freed by North Korea. Yeah, 3 hostages were let go, and they're back. So that is what's our trending news today, guys. Let's move forward on to a passage of wisdom and slow down just for a hair. Man, I apologize for my sniffling. Woo! Today's passage of wisdom we have shared once, maybe even twice before, since the beginning of the morning routine. But every time I read it, I'm like, oh, I love this passage. And I hope that a passage gets through to us when we need it. And it's, oh man, I love it. This passage is also out of Psalm, which, by the way, talking to a good friend last night, gave me a unique perspective of the Psalms. I've shared many times that I'm not a big fan of the Psalms. I never have been. They've been growing on me, and I've been starting to like them a little bit more and more. He had a great perspective. He said the Psalms for men, right? He was talking about him personally, but I took this for me and for men. Sometimes we have a problem communicating feelings. For a lot of men, we were raised that you just shove it inside, you slay the world, and you just deal with it. And the Psalms verbalize and put into words feelings and emotions. And that might be why I don't like them so much, because they're so colorful and wordy, and there's a guy, I don't know. But I'm like, wow, if you want to learn how to express emotion and feeling, the Psalms are a great place to start. Thought that was great. That's going to stick in my mind forever. So I'm very thankful for that conversation last night. Anyways, passage of wisdom today, Psalms 139, verse 14. I will praise you because I have been remarkably and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know this very well. I love that. I love that. 2 parts to that, guys. Break it down real quick. I will praise you because I have been remarkably and wonderfully made. I have been acknowledging that you have been remarkably and wonderfully made. You may not feel like it. You may run into tough times. You may wish you were different. But you know what? You are remarkably and wonderfully made just the way you are right now. It doesn't mean that we all don't have room for improvement, but you're remarkable. Your works, God's works, are wonderful, and I know this full well. That is the key that I love in this whole thing, is the author writing this. And for you and I to know this full well, not just to hear the words that we've been remarkably and wonderfully made, but that we know this full well, that God has created us with intent and with purpose and with great works, and we're wonderful and we're remarkable. We have all the tools that he wanted us to have. What a great passage. Let's pray, guys, and let's get this day started. Father, good morning. Father, thank you for this exceptional Thursday in May. We're so excited to get up and get after this day and the things that lie ahead, the great unknown. We have plans for what we need to do today, and we have to-do lists and work to get done. But the great question mark is, what will happen in this day? We don't know. Who will we have a conversation with? What will we run across that we've never seen before? Where will we have an opportunity to do something that we never had the chance to do or even think about? What words will somebody say to us that will alter our view on something for the rest of our life? Wow, it's so exciting, this day ahead of us. We thank you so much for this day. And Father, I want to thank you right now for this passage of reminding us once again that you have made us wonderful and remarkable. Help each and every one of us to know this very well. Sometimes we don't know this. We feel down on ourselves. We see our limitations. We see our failures. They stand out more than our successes. Help us to look past those temporary things and help us focus on the greater picture, and that you have created us wonderfully. Father, we love you and we thank you. Amen. And that, my friends, is a magnificent wrap to another morning routine. Thanks for being here today. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Until tomorrow, Friday, don't you forget that today, because you're wonderfully and remarkably made, and because you're working on knowing that full well for great things, be exactly who you're meant to be. Love you guys. See you later.